Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is symbiotic relationships. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts to my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and the world has completely changed since then. My information is mostly evergreen, but if I encounter something that is out of date, I will give you the most recent information, and at the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. I also have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Symbiotic relationships. Symbiotic relationships usually refer to two different species, such as barnacles on whales or birds on rhinos. Barnacles grow on whales and live off of particles floating in the surrounding ocean that would otherwise affect the whale's vision. Several kinds of birds feed off insects that live on rhinos' skin. You could say the insects themselves have a symbiotic relationship with their host. It's also a good term for how we humans interact with each other. Biology describes 5 different kinds of symbiotic relationships. Mutualism, where both species benefit. Commensalism, where one species benefits and the other is unaffected. Parasitism, where one species benefits but the other is harmed. Competition, where neither species benefit. And neutralism, where both species are unaffected. It's an interesting way to look at your friends, family, and coworkers. Is your relationship mutual? It's a win-win for both people. Are you and your partner, family member, employer, coworker, customer equally benefiting? Is it commensal? You're getting something and they're not getting anything, but it doesn't matter to them? That's a tougher one to imagine. Even if you feel you're putting out all the effort and getting nothing back, there's always something returning to you. It gets a little messy when considering parasites. People aren't exactly ticks or noxious weeds, but you could look at some government officials being parasitical when they want tax breaks for themselves while withdrawing services for others. I wrote this when I was in DC and it was election year, and so my perspective was a bit skewed. And I'll have to say, no, not really, because now I'm in Washington State and I'm noticing that same behavior has been going on all along. It's interesting that biology defines competition as where neither benefits. Spiritually, competition stops growth and creativity as it places your attention outside yourself. Competition focuses not just on doing better than someone, but outdoing someone. In biology, it affects survival. Neutral is also tough to imagine because how can there be an interaction without being affected? Unless you're roughing it on a desert island, we are all interdependent. No matter how alone or resistant you may feel, no relationship is truly one way. Even anonymously helping someone leaves you with a good feeling, just as using them makes you feel bad. It can be disturbing to realize in a dysfunctional relationship you were actually getting something out of it. Perhaps you were afraid to leave because you were still trying to get taken care of. Perhaps you didn't want to take responsibility for yourself. Perhaps their dysfunction made you seem normal. We are all participating in a giant energetic tapestry called life. Each of us is creating or emitting a colorful thread out of our own unique vibration. And from a broader perspective, we've agreed to be here interacting with everyone else. It's all good, even if we don't experience it that way at the moment. This week, in your relationships, notice, are you the whale or the barnacle, the rhino or the bird, the tree or the ivy? It doesn't matter if you're big or little, you're receiving something from it. Acknowledging the pattern can help you change it. Recognizing your part or what you're receiving from it can help you accept it so it feels better. Try this for 7 days and see what happens. So it's interesting, I wrote this before something else happened in my family's life where a family member had a massive heart attack and their 24-year-old son was left taking care of them and went on to take care of them for the next 9 years. What I realized is that it was a symbiotic relationship. They both got something out of it. Of course, the family member who had the heart attack, who grew more and more disabled, was definitely benefiting from having a family member take care of them and that they could be at home and not in an institution. And although it didn't seem initially positive that a 24-year-old is stuck taking care of their dad, there was a spiritual level of both maturity and growth that went on and benefited them on a very deep level. So it's interesting to look at our relationships and our interactions, and are we benefiting? Are they benefiting? Is it neutral? And it can really change your perspective of interacting with people so you're not feeling feeling resentful and taken advantage of, but coming from a more empowered place and giving what you choose to give. And if you've had any experiences like this, please leave me a comment below. I love to read your comments. If you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and also on your social media. And you can like this and follow or subscribe. And that way you're telling the algorithm to share this far and wide and get it out to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you'd like a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you a drone's eye perspective of everything going on in your life and a sense of what it's like as consciousness manifesting into your form. And if you want some manifestation techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is my self-study course where you can gain skills and learn techniques to completely change your reality. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can sign up for my individual sessions where I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today. And then I can answer any questions you might have, whether it's about relationships, money, what's coming up in your future, and I can also talk to deceased loved ones, and it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is navigate life as consciousness with the help of some of my consciousness techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.